It's Jomboy and Jager Radio. It's March 28th when you're listening, unless you're live in the chat. We're actually recording this the night before because we got day game baseball tomorrow, which takes up some of mine and Jake's time. That was Lincoln Park, one step closer. Thoughts,
you got it. You thought you didn't have it at first. You got it.
Yeah, I didn't know what song it was for a while. Big Lincoln Park fan? You?
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Chad, what's his name?
Chester?
Bennington?
Chad?
Chester.
I don't know.
Chester. I'm not a huge Lincoln Park fan. I think I just proved that. They had a couple hits. They were fun.
Yeah, like I know the songs that they made, but I never heard one of their radio songs and said, I got to go check out that album.
Yeah, I mean, I was never an album guy. I like their good radio tunes.
All right, there we go. And the countdown's done.
The countdown is done. We're here.
I liked Countdown Week.
Yeah, in my head, it was a day off. It kind of worked out. They were recording tonight. In my head, it makes more sense.
Well, it's the start of the episode, so there's one more episode until opening day.
It's a fun thing. Well, it depends on when they listen to it.
Yeah. Most of our audience listens day of, but a good amount listen the next day.
Right.
As baseball season goes, Jake and I are going to have to figure out our new routine. Like we might record at night when there's a day game the next day. And then when there's a 7 p.m. game, we may record later so Jake doesn't have to wake up so early. So maybe become more of a midday show. We have no idea, actually.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. But there's bound to be some changes in the Jomboy and Jake schedule. We're going to keep going because I like doing this. Gives us an outlet. I think actually as baseball season goes and more people listen to Talking Yanks, they're going to be like, oh, I want to listen to everything. So I want to listen to what's your take on the fucking other stuff. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Quick question from someone in the live chat. Do you like night games or day games better, Jake?
Do I like night games or day games better? I feel like I'm going to have a more definitive answer when the season starts going because games are going to be a lot different for me than they've been in the past. I think I'm going to say day games because some of them out here are actually going to be like morning games.
Mm-hmm. It was 10 a.m. when I lived in California.
Yeah, so it's 11 a.m. out here. So, I mean, if they keep it tidy, I mean, I can have a full day by like 2 p.m. my time out here. So I think I'd be leaning that way, but we'll see.
Yeah, I like night games better just because I think the darkness and the lights make it feel more like a, day game, baseball. Hard to be a day game and get the intensity going. And like if you're talking about going to see a game live, no way am I saying day games.
Yeah, seeing a game live, it's easily night games. I'll say this: I think part of the reason you like baseball is there is kind of a slowness to it, and you enjoy it, and you kind of drink it in. For me, a good morning game, it's 11 a.m. I've got a cup of coffee. We start playing baseball. Yeah, I got drinking that cup of coffee. I kind of get amped up by the third inning. Yeah.
I really like 10 a.m. games living in California.
Yeah.
But it didn't have a playoff feel to it. It had a very relaxed feel to it.
True.
So anyway, how you doing, Jake, my friend?
I'm good, man. It's opening day eve. We just crushed a Talking Yanks episode. We just crushed a Talking Yanks 2 months. I'm super excited for the baseball season for multiple reasons. And I do have a little wild card. I didn't drop this on you yet. One of our an extended friend of ours from college who's kind of a vagabond, Jared Speaker. He lives a ridiculous lifestyle. He's landing in Denver at like 10 and can't get a flight home to Jackson Hole. So he's like, "Can I sleep on your couch?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So
Tomorrow?
he's doing he comes in at 10 and I think his flight is 10 a.m. tomorrow. So he'll be in my apartment for like 10 hours, but we'll say hi. How are you? And then I'll send him on his way. And he's like, "Do you got work tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, like it's a big one." And he was like, "Well, I don't know, if you need someone that doesn't know anything about baseball, I'm there." And I was like, "Honestly, if there's two guys that could figure something out to have fun with that, we could do it." But it'll be a big day for us, and he's got to get going. So a ship passing in the night, they'll say.
That is what they'll say.
My day as a whole, I'll give it. It's a good day, man, and the excitement's here. How about a 6.5?
6.5 from you. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
That's your best day ever? That's your
Did some
best day.
productive stuff.
That's your best day ever in Jomboy and Jake history, which is like 15 days since we've been.
I also had I had a cute mandate today.
You went on a mandate?
A guy in my building just had like a kid, so he's doing that whole thing, and he texted me and he's like, "Hey, I know you take the dog normally out at midday. You want to take the dog? I'll take the baby and we'll go for a little walk." And I was like, "Yeah, first ever dad date? Are you kidding me?" So that was kind of nice. So we didn't go too far, but I don't know. It was nice.
How was the kid?
Baby girl. I'll leave her name out of it. It's cute, like so young, like I don't know, less than 2 months old.
You put her on your chest as you reclined?
I didn't touch the baby today.
Not even a little touch?
No, I was making sure Noodle, the doodle dog, didn't get anywhere near the baby.
Did you say anything to the baby like,
"Oh, yeah."
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel bad. I mean, I talk to babies and dogs the same way. But I guess a lot of people do. I don't know.
What's your baby dog voice?
Like a baby dog or baby/dog?
Now we need both.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm picturing a little dog for me. "Hello, little guy. Hi there. What are you doing?
Nice.
Are you a good boy or are you a bad boy?"
Not bad.
That's what I say to the baby. Got a little weird.
Brad's whole family has the same dog voice, and it's like a unique one. I thought it was interesting when I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little deep cute. I get it. I'm hip.
you're hip? Question mark?
I'm hip. I'm cool.
No, you're hip? Is your hip doing okay?
Ellsbury. How are you doing?
Right where the horse bit me. I'm good. Busy day. I haven't eaten a lot today, and that's kind of a bummer. I had a smoothie for breakfast, and then I had about half a cup of leftover white rice for lunch, and then I had a banana. So I'm actually starving right now, but I live on an island, and it's 10:30, and there's nothing.
Yeah, I kind of put myself in that trap too because I wanted to get a little done before we linked up. So it was like 5:15 or like 5 o'clock. I had to take the dog out, grab my stuff, and set up. So it was like 5 o'clock. So I just ate a PB&J, and I was like, I think this will do it. I'm okay. I'll survive.
Austin in the chat said, "Came here for Bert Kreischer. Disappointed. Everyone's fully clothed."
That's tough. Yeah, my Giancarlo pick went over well. I think anyone listening, we were a little nervous to get it on the gram. You were slightly more nervous than me because that could go ugly quick.
The Instagram crowd, I'm starting to like them more and more and more because for a while they didn't care about us. They just cared about Yanks content. Where Twitter people care about us, but now the Instagram crowd is starting to like us, like the personalities of us. So it's different. But for a while they didn't give a fuck about you or I. They just thought we were another random Yankees Instagram that just post Yankee stuff. They're like, no, this isn't about just the Yankees. It's about us and the Yankees. So whatever.
Yeah. So
I've given my day a 6.4.
Nice.
No, I'm giving my day a 6.5. Same as you. I was very excited today, but I'm
Nice.
also very nervous. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited. I went on another podcast today as a guest.
Nice.
On the board podcast. It was good. We'll talk some Yanks. Felt bad. I feel like I didn't bring enough humor. Just talk straight Yanks. Hard to make jokes when you don't know who you're talking to, and you're just on the phone with them. You can't see their faces.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah.
Did you look up their faces before or anything?
He DM'd me on Instagram, so I saw him that way.
Nice play by Soriano. By the way, I'm still watching an old 2001 Yankees World Series replay game. So there's that. So
Nice.
watch out for that.
Watch out for that. Do we want to go straight into news?
I think so. We talked about the song. We talked about the days a little bit. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Tri-State Sports Update. Oh, wrong fucking soundboard, you dumb idiot loser. What a... Today's opening day. Baseball opening day. The Yankees play the opening day versus the Baltimore Orioles. It's going to be Tanaka versus Cashner. The Mets opening day is a much better, cooler pitching match. It's DeGrom versus Scherzer. Two of the best to ever do it right now, facing off each other for baseball. Baseball. Asked to name the most talented player he has ever played with, Eli Manning quickly responded, Odell. I made up the quickly part. I think it might have been quick, but I'm not positive. I didn't hear it. I'd only read it, and I made up that word. Don't know why I did. The Rangers are currently losing to the Bruins as I record this.
Yeah.
We have Yanks, so we don't need to talk Yanks, but DeGrom versus Scherzer is a hell of an opening day matchup, huh?
Yeah, man. That's
almost
when you
feels like a waste.
A little bit. I went through that same thought process. I was like, either tomorrow's going to be awesome because the batters aren't going to be fully locked in, so these guys are going to kill it, or like the pitchers aren't going to be locked in on their stuff yet, and it's going to be like a wasted ace battle. Like they're each going to go like 5 innings, 3 earned runs, and then get pulled.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like you have one of those guys versus any other team. Like if the Mets were playing the Marlins or I don't know, some other NL team that doesn't have Scherzer, you're like, okay, DeGrom's in. We should definitely win if we score 3 runs, which we didn't last year at all. Like it should be a penciled-in win to start the season when you have DeGrom or Scherzer, but because they're facing each other, one of those teams is going to have to lose their DeGrom Scherzer start right off the bat, which just sucks.
Yeah, but I mean that's tough.
But I'm saying that's probably the only ace matchup going in baseball.
I don't think so. I mean, I can
of
get
that
in
caliber
there.
of like top 10 pitchers in the MLB.
Well, I mean, those guys could arguably be 1 and 2, which I mean, that's what I'm quality saying. Baseball. So I'm not going to be mad about it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Out of 13 other teams the Mets could face in the National League, I think DeGrom is like.
If you're a fan of those teams, it kind of sucks. If you're a fan of baseball, it's awesome.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
And we're not a fan of either of those teams, so it's good.
Well, who are you rooting for?
Kind of the Mets. We're Brody Van GM guys at this point, right?
Yeah, I don't have any bad, ill, or disdain for the Mets. Besides
Scherzer scares me.
Oh yeah, I'd never want to talk with that guy.
Scherzer's scary. 2
different eye colors, just like sniffing and yelling. Awesome to watch. Love him. Great for the sport of baseball. Don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, no thanks.
What do you think Scherzer and Sale would say to each other? What's up? What's up? What's up?
It'd be a weird fest. Yeah, not really into that.
Yeah.
Hey, you're Jimmy.
Yeah.
We do have a pitching matchup that rivals it.
Oh, let's hear it.
Verlander Snell.
Wow. There you go. You found it. That is good.
So I don't know, man. Just good opening day baseball.
That is a good opening day matchup. Sucks that I like Snell so much. Because he said one word to us one time. And he's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's young. It's kind of cool.
He's a twin, though.
Yeah, we are worried about that.
Always a bit. You just gotta be a little extra ready. You're around twins. You got anything on Eli saying Odell's the most talented player he's ever played with? You don't
No,
think
I absolutely love it.
You think Jeremy Shockey's pissed?
No. No. Not at all.
Who else could be pissed? Who else could be like, Eli, what the fuck?
I mean, I guess you can make an argument for Plaxico or someone like Tiki, maybe. No one, man. Odell. I mean, Michael Strahan.
Yeah, if you wanted to go defensive side.
Jason Sehorn. The real answer would be Strahan, but again, like, I mean, talent, like Odell's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Can't catch the ball when it counts.
One-handed catches in the NFL from now on are going to be referred to as like Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And Eli just, whatever. All right, Rangers are losing. That's all. Let's move on.
Opening day in baseball. Did you mention that, Jim? Verlander versus Snell. No. Baseball opening day in America. We want to clear up. We already had an opening day. It was across the big pond. Baseball's back, people. Enjoy it. Luckily, it's not the same day as the Sweet 16. Oh, it is kind of a miss on baseball. Start on Monday after that initial weekend. Anyways, we got some good ones, Jim. Florida State versus Gonzaga. Purdue versus Tennessee. Texas Tech versus Michigan. Virginia versus Quack Quack, Sco Ducks. Jim, I've got two really fun quotes from the South. Alabama hired Nate Oates, the head coach from Buffalo, and their quote was, "We're thrilled to welcome Nate and Crystal Oates and their three daughters to the University of Alabama," which cracked me up because that's not how schools in the Northeast or the West Coast do press conferences. And the Tennessee Lady Volunteers fired their head coach today. And in their firing letters, Holly has dedicated most of her adult life to the University of Tennessee and the Lady Vols program. She loves Tennessee, and Tennessee needs to always love her back. And I thought that was hilarious. Like two of the nicest hire fires you see. The South does some stuff right. And Jimmy, the headliner, Harry Kane, the football player, wants to play football after his career.
Harry Kane wants to come to America and be a kicker?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't even stomach the article because it was those ESPN style articles where you scroll and some of it's pictures, some of it's articles, which those really throw me off. And Harry Kane is kind of a wanker.
Fuck that guy.
Like in the first line of the article, they call him like the best striker in the world, and I'm like, I don't know. He's kind of a wanker. But yeah, apparently he wants to kick. And let's be honest, if it was someone else outside of Harry Kane, I think I'd be stoked.
Yeah, Harry Kane sucks.
Yeah, and he's not even – dude, that's the part that I think is making me mad. Like, I don't picture Harry Kane kicking well. Like, Harry Kane is always, like, with his head, or he's just, like, swinging it in the box like just a garbage goal, or he's hitting it off his inner thigh. Like, Harry Kane isn't known for his beautiful strikes. I'm sure he has great leg power.
And he just looked like the villain of every British movie ever, like a Bond villain. Pretty boy British dude.
Which kind of lines him up to be a kicker, you know?
He'd be so annoying.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know much about Harry Kane, but the 2 seasons where I watched a lot of EPL was the first one was his breakout season.
Right.
And the next was the season after that. I didn't like him.
He's easily the most hated player in the EPL, I believe.
Oh, so I'm on pace with the rest of the crowd?
Yeah.
I love it when I'm part of the cool crowd.
From what I know, this is talking American soccer here.
Imagine if all you knew was just from me.
What's that?
Imagine if all you knew about the EPL was just from me.
No, I had my own Harry Kane formed opinions and talking to like EMAC and Evan and Co, some of our other buddies that are into soccer. From what I know, Harry Kane is agent 0 for being hated.
Cool. Well, you really like these quotes. I understand why you like the second quote. Holly has dedicated most of her life to it. Firing someone and saying she loves Tennessee and Tennessee needs to love her back. That one's funny because you're like, hey, don't be mean to her. Why do you love this first one?
As you're firing her.
We are thrilled to welcome Nate and Crystal Oates and their daughters to the University of Alabama.
I just think a Northern or a West Coast school, they wouldn't mention the wife or the daughters at all.
I think that's pretty normal.
I don't think so.
Like we're going to be part of the family, like Jim Harbaugh and the Harbaugh family. Happy to have them on board. I think it's pretty normal.
You didn't say wife and kids there.
Well, I think, I don't know. That doesn't cross me as that odd. Anyway, let's talk about March Madness.
A little Southern hospitality there.
Southern hospitality. Nice to your face, mean to your back.
Bless your heart. Yeah, Jim. So it's the Thursday. We got the Thursday games. Let's we'll do them in order like we did. Florida State, Gonzaga. What's going on here, Jim?
Florida State versus Gonzaga.
Yeah. Did you have this in your bracket?
Oh, I should get up my personal bracket, huh?
Why don't you get your bracket out? I'll talk a little bit. I think this should be the game of the night. Well, we'll see if Oregon gives Virginia a game. Florida State is having one of the best tournaments so far. They've got their version of Taco Fall. They have a 7-4 guy that they play in bits, and he's been playing well. And, Jim, they're just fun. They have 10 guys they play who are all really solid, and all of them, like, play their role. Like, they have the guy that's clearly the annoying pest. They have the giant. They have, like, the one guy that if you need something, you go to that guy. They have a couple shooters. They have a couple guys that hustle. They have, like, the NBA prospect that comes off the bench. He's Dikembe Mutombo's nephew. So he just comes in. They let him be nuts for, like, 25 minutes, and it's wherever it lands.
If there was a possibility for Mutombo's relative and Bol to be, like, playing against each other in a final, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I haven't Googled any of the Bol stuff. I think they ruled him out for the season.
Yeah, he got injured real early. He was a twig.
Which sucks right now because it'd be awesome to have him out there. But
how tall was Bol?
He's 7'3".
Oh, so Taco Fall would have been bigger than him.
Oh yeah, Taco.
Imagine that. How much would you want to watch Bol versus Taco Fall 1-on-1? It's the slowest, worst basketball ever from two sticks.
Well, so that's the thing. Bol's like kind of athletic. I think what you'd want to see is, I think the big man's name on Florida State is Kumanji. You'd want to see him and Taco Fall play on 1-on-1. I want to see that because they are
versus Taco. I like it.
Yeah, they are monsters. Jim, I had this game in my bracket, and I think I have Florida State winning.
Well, I had that for everyone that listened last week.
Okay.
I had that. And then I switched last minute to the John Morant show, and I wanted him to win 2 games. He only won 1. So now I don't have it anymore, but I did have it at one point. Would you get no points for?
No points for.
And I had Florida State beating Zaga when I had it. Now I have Zaga winning.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the perfect storm. I mean, Gonzaga doesn't get challenged that many times through the season. You have a team that has NBA players. Florida State's huge. And they're deeper. Like I just think that's the formula that beats a mid-major team. It's kind of a fun coaches game. You got Mark Few. I'm blanking on Florida coach's name. I just had this whole speech. Leonard Hamilton. 2 guys that haven't kind of gotten to where they could be. Like he's done great things at Florida State, but they don't have like that kind of big signature moment. Mark Few doesn't have the natty title, which Gonzaga could have at this point in his career. So I think that's going to be the game of the day.
Oh, you're most excited about that one, huh?
I am.
All right.
Does that surprise you?
Kinda.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. It's the Northwest versus the Southeast. 2 corners of the map.
Those are 2 corners. I like that, Jim.
Texas Tech versus Michigan. I had Buffalo upsetting Texas Tech. They didn't. I have Michigan winning this. I'm not that interested in this game.
Right? And I think this is one of the funny ones. I'd love to see what the actual bracket numbers are. I feel like this is a game that everyone, if you landed here, you just picked Michigan because you're like, well, it's Michigan. They do well. Texas Tech, I mean, is kind of more so a football school, like you just penciled in Michigan. Texas Tech is good. I picked Michigan, but I was kind of sitting there today like, I feel like nobody has Tech, which in my head at this part at the Sweet 16 tells me like watch out for Tech.
Yeah. Okay, watch out for Tech. Houston versus Kentucky. I had this one.
Okay, not on today's slate, but I'm happy for you.
What's the other game today then?
So we've got, let's do Purdue, Tennessee. And dude, that's what's going on here. Texas Tech, Michigan, and Purdue, Tennessee are almost like the same game.
Yeah, I don't care about this game either.
Like it's 3 versus 2. Michigan and Tennessee are a little more talented and they're a little more fun. People know their coach is a little better. Purdue and Texas Tech, when they bring it, I think they're almost better than these teams, but these teams have lapses. But like I think everyone in their brackets, for the most part, probably has Tennessee and Michigan.
I'm rooting for Purdue here. Boilermakers.
Okay.
Go Boilermakers.
They've got a tall guy on their team, Jim. It's all about the tall guys.
Well, it's basketball. A lot of them, they probably got a lot of tall guys.
Come on.
I hope. Very rare to run out a bunch of under 6 feet guys and win in this day and age.
Isn't the internet fun? Isaac Haas, he's 7'2". But I just Googled Purdue tall guy, and he came up.
Nice. And then the game that I think most people would be excited for is Oregon, Virginia.
Haas graduated. It's Matt Harms.
Okay.
Virginia Ducks, like I feel like this has all the makings of a good game, right? Like Virginia's still scared of the upset, especially with number 12. Like Virginia's the one team that drew like the underdog left in the tournament.
That's a pretty good point because
they're not even an underdog. Like they're Oregon. They've had some really good teams lately.
I mean, you're rooting for Oregon now, right? I mean, you said that if Virginia lost to Gardner-Webb, they'd have to disband their basketball program. They'd never land another recruit. It'd be terrible. They beat Gardner-Webb. They beat Oklahoma, both soundly. If they lose to 12-state Oregon and they're the only team that loses to a higher seed, because that still would be the biggest upset going. There hasn't been a bigger upset yet. So how bad is this for the program of Virginia if they lose to Oregon?
I mean, it still wouldn't be awful. They make the Sweet 16. It would be bad, and people would point at the 12 and 16 and be like, those are the highest combined seeds that a team's ever lost to back-to-back. I'm sure you could do some fun stats with it. I'll say this, and this is a little bit of a cop-out. If it's close, Oregon, otherwise I think UVA runs away. Like, if it's a close game, UVA is going to start getting tight and be like, Jesus, the 12 seed, this is the 12 seed we get, Oregon, who's playing some of the best ball in the country right now. I think they start getting tight and don't have it. But I've got UVA in my bracket. They've looked good. I think they continue to look good.
Go Ducks.
It's go Ducks, though.
Yeah, go Ducks. I don't care for that for my bracket. So go Ducks. Who's leading in the Jomboy and Jake Radio bracket right now? Is it still Goldie?
Yes, because, I mean, they haven't played any games.
Okay. Well, Goldie, Christopher Howley, Mike Catt, and T. Korber. Congrats.
Yeah, but Goldie has Tennessee winning, so we've kind of thrown him out already.
Hey.
I like Gregory C. there with the Gonzaga pick.
Hey,
he's one of the few there.
Don't throw Goldie out so fast.
Okay, I won't.
Jeez. Let's go to halftime.
Halftime.
Anything you want to tell the people during the halftime?
Not too much going on. The Diamondbacks Yankees 2001 playoff game is going on. This isn't the Byung-Young Kim game. He's already been pulled. We're tied at 2s in the 12th. So I kind of misread that before, but I still have that going on in the background. Yeah, I've been talking a lot. Starting to get at that point that it's like I'm a ticking time bomb on how much actual talking I can do.
Oh, okay. We'll get out of the half for you then.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to let it.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A senator says having more American babies is the solution to climate change. A Bangladeshi woman with 2 wombs, count them, 1, 2 wombs, gives birth to twins a month after delivering a boy. An Indonesia theme park censors the mermaid statue's boobs. Can't see them. Senator Mike Lee criticizes the Green New Deal with a poster of Ronald Reagan riding a dinosaur and firing a machine gun. Fucking got him, Mike Lee. Protest 1. An Alaskan man riding a longboard and wielding a sword jumped into the back of a pickup truck and threatened the driver. Kind of badass. A woman swallowed maggots in an attempt to cure her cancer. I repeat, a woman swallowed maggots in an attempt to cure her cancer, and a man shoved a 4-foot python named Pasta in his pants to steal it from a pet store.
I read the news today, oh boy.
A lot of stuff here, Jake.
Yeah, let's hit the python quick, because Pasta, 4-foot-long python. My dog's name is Noodle. I kind of like a lot of the dynamics there.
Yeah, well, I mean, my take on this is fair game. I mean, dude shoves a snake down his pants. He obviously wants that snake really bad, so let him have it.
Right. So did he get away, or did he get arrested, or what?
I don't know. I'm guessing he didn't get away
Because it just says video shows.
Yeah. Pasta, the 4-foot-long ball python, was supposed to be adopted the same day that he went missing from a pet store in Michigan. When the workers of I Love My Pets in Rockwood, Michigan. God damn it.
Yeah, dude, he's on the loose.
Oh, awesome. Did
Yeah.
you watch the video?
If you recognize the man, call police.
Did you watch the video? Is it cool?
I'm seeing it a little bit right now. I don't think it's too bad. Dude, this is kind of Ocean's 11 stuff.
It was a snake heist?
Like the camera is hidden by a bird cage a little bit. Like the guy didn't. This wasn't just spur of the moment. Let me throw the python down my pants. He'd been thinking about this.
You plan your snake heist. I mean, he
Yeah.
knew that it was getting adopted the next day.
Yeah.
This was an inside job. Because how do you know that info? A worker. Okay, wow. A worker had a really good bond with this snake, Jake. Really good bond with the snake. But the pet store, I Love My Pets, doesn't pay their workers enough to adopt and care for a snake. So the worker finds out it's being adopted, calls up his buddy, says, I'm going to need you to steal this snake for me. I can't risk never seeing my buddy Pasta ever again. Pays his buddy half of what it would cost to buy the snake. Has him steal it. Conveniently puts a bird cage up in front of the camera's angle so you can't see the video. Doesn't report it till a couple days later. Boom. Wow. I'm so good at solving crimes. Inside job.
Yeah, at first I thought you were reading something from the article that was a good tidbit. So I got kind of thrown off when I realized it wasn't that. And then where my brain also jumped, which this kind of shocked me, and it's the first time I've ever had this thought.
I'm really smart. That was your thought?
If there was a friendly, snuggly python, I kind of get it.
Ugh, gross.
Like just a massive snake that like you're watching TV lays across you like a seatbelt. Like that's a slightly fun.
Ugh. Not a snake guy.
I'm not either, but like I get it if it's like completely doesn't like it doesn't look like it's gonna eat me or bite me at all, and it just kind of does like lazy stuff on me. Like I'm into that.
What would you rather do? Own a snake for a year and have to care for it for a full year? Or do a snake impression and slither like a snake from your apartment door down to the front desk and say, I'm a snake?
Snake impression, easy.
Cool. Yeah,
I was gonna see how far you were gonna do it. If it was far, I'd consider the snake, and like you just have to. I would keep that thing so under wraps. Like that snake is not getting any fresh air for a year.
people who have pet snakes and then they feed them like live mice and shit, they're fucked up people, right? They're like weird people. I think my cousin had a snake when he was growing up, and he was like, watch it, it's about to eat this mouse, and the mouse was like crawling around the cage looking for any escape in the corner, and I was like, yo, dude, I have no interest in this. I'm out.
Yeah, I'd say 90%. I mean, there's
Like,
a
look,
10.
look, the mouse is trying to get away. The mouse is trying to get away. Oh, he ate. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a 10% that, I mean, I guess if you understand how life works in Darwinism and you get over the eating stuff and you just like snakes, I'll give it to you. But the majority of you, yeah, you're gonna be odd.
Yeah. So, how about this woman who swallowed maggots in an attempt to cure her cancer? Laughed out loud when I read this headline for the first time. You heard me. You heard me laugh. I said,
Yeah.
wow, that's a good headline. So, I haven't read the article yet. A recovering cancer patient swallowed a cup of live maggots. Wow, I didn't know
Right.
they were live. After being told by a friend that this could fully eliminate the cancer from her body.
You
So
didn't think they were alive?
I thought she was swallowing dead maggots.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's not a friend. This is like when Creed told Kelly to swallow the tapeworm in The Office.
Right.
Man. They suspected the woman's cancer had relapsed, but after some tests, they found that her symptoms were not caused by cancer, but rather by the insect crawling around in her stomach. The woman, whose surname is Lee, has received medical treatment to remove the maggots and are now in stable condition.
Okay, so didn't have cancer.
It looked like she had cancer 3 years ago. She went through a bunch of treatments, including surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and targeted therapy, and her cancer was stabilized.
Right.
And then she had a bunch of pains, chest pains, heartburn. So they were like, oh shit, your cancer's back. And then they did an x-ray or something, and they're like, wait, you just have stuff in your stomach. What's in your stomach? She's like, well, I did swallow some maggots recently. Could that be it? And the doctors were like, please get out of my office.
We discovered that there were parasites in her intestines. I mean, I kind of got it at first. Like, you're a little desperate. You know, you've got cancer and you're like, I gotta try something. And someone tells you, if you eat maggots, they eat the cancer. I could see myself taking the chance there. But you've already been cured. Don't just eat maggots on a hunch.
Hey, my cancer's stable. Hey, good friend of mine. I had cancer 3 years ago. It's stable now. Ooh, that's an interesting thing, Lee. You know what would help even more stabilize your cancer? Swallow this jar of maggots I conveniently have in my hand right now. You swear it will work? Of course it'll work. What an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot.
Yeah.
How do you even swallow a jar of maggots?
I never have.
Jeez.
Hope not to.
What do you got about the Indonesia theme park censoring the mermaid's boobs? I mean, you were free the nipple.
I mean, yes, well, no, I'm not a free the nipple. We shouldn't even have to go there.
Yeah.
The free the nipple people thinking we have to go. Anyways, dude, no, it sucks. Like, I kind of get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're a little kid. You see those boobs, and you don't care how it's a statue.
You're like, what?
Whoa, boobs.
We're just going straight boobs out right now?
Yeah. I mean, they should show these Indonesia people the statue of David.
I guess they can. His boobs are uncovered. You're right.
Yeah, he's shirtless too.
So
now they put tank tops on the mermaids, which is unrealistic because they're mermaids. They're going to be naked. Like, what is a mermaid putting on clothes to swim around underneath the ocean?
Maybe, yeah. If you find the right bathing suit, get those Instagram likes up. I get it.
I mean, if there's anything I hate, it's an unrealistic mermaid, and they don't wear clothes, so this is some bullshit.
I mean, Ariel wore seashells.
Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie.
Whoa.
Who would willingly wear seashells? Scratch the shit out of you.
It's stylish, man, and you don't want your tots hanging out.
about the Bangladeshi woman who had 2 wombs, gave birth to a boy, and then a month later came back and said, "Think there's still something inside me." Doc was like, "It might be maggots, maybe," and she's like, "Nah,
Yeah.
it seems bigger." Like, "Oh, 2 more kids. 2 more kids were inside you. We only delivered the one that one time."
That sucks.
You think that sucks?
I mean, you're expecting 1 kid. You're all jazzed up. This is going to be a huge step in our life. We got 1 on the way. Then 3 pop out total.
Yeah. You don't have names ready? I wonder what she named the twins. Wow. You really got to botch job those names.
You got to name them like Hidden and Surprise or something like that. Not Surprise, because that gives off different connotations, but like Hidden and something else.
Hidden too.
Hidden 2.
Yeah.
More hidden.
Sucks. I clicked the link, but I don't really care to read it.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I clicked it and I was like, I'm not gonna read a word of this. I do not actually care about this at all.
Well, what about this guy in Alaska who rode on his longboard holding a sword down the road to catch up with a pickup truck and then jumped in to scare him? I mean, that's just badass, right?
Yeah, I mean, at what point do we not give this guy credit, you know? If this was a movie scene, you'd be stoked. If this was John Wick, people would be all jazzed up. But because this is 26-year-old Derek Harris in Fairbanks, Alaska, we get a little worried.
He was drunk at the time too, which makes it more impressive.
Alcohol was a factor, yeah. This is one of those, like, you walk away and you say, no one got hurt. It is what it is. And then if you're the Fairbanks, Alaska police, you're like, as your punishment, you now have to join the force.
What do you think everyone who saw this happen's reaction was? Like, oh my God, look at that guy. He's riding down the street really fast on his longboard. Holy shit, is that Sword? He's a pirate. He's basically a Somalian pirate. He's a pavement pirate.
Pavement pirate. The pavement pirate. That should be his new Instagram name.
God damn, it should be his new Instagram name. How do I reach out to him? You think he's on Instagram? Derek Harris, and that's probably a common name. If he's on Instagram, if I can find this dude, which used to be a good skill of mine,
right?
I'm gonna message him and say, dude, why don't you name yourself the Pavement Pirate? See what he says back. Anyone else?
You think you found him?
No, I mean, Instagram's gonna be tough because they don't let you search by location. But Alaska, that whittles down the population a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Search Derek Harris on Facebook. Find this fool. Yo, why don't you call yourself the Pavement Pirate? Maybe I just make a shirt that says Pavement Pirate, and then I send it to him and say, like what you're doing here.
Good luck.
What? Oh, dude. I tweeted this out. I have a file, 1,500 videos from cell phones that me, you, and everyone in our group chat used to take.
Yeah.
On my computer. They're the craziest, weirdest, whatever videos. And I found all my I love you videos. Do you remember that?
Yeah, a little scared of those vids. A little scared.
When I would I would peruse through someone's Instagram and just swipe right. I found Derek Harris. Wow. Yeah, found him. So I sent him a message.
I guess so. I mean, that's why you did this.
He's kind of a little heavier than I thought he was going to be.
Okay.
But he's definitely a hunter. Played football as a youth. Killed a deer in October 23rd, 2018. I don't know. This guy looks like he's in love and has his life together. I'll send him a quick message. So if you know Derek, send him a message. Are you the Pavement Pirate? He's the only Derek Harris from Fairbanks, Alaska on Facebook.
So I mean, isn't the population of Alaska like nothing? It has to be him.
Yeah, so I just I mean, his Facebook looks like he's got his life together, so it's gonna be sad if. So I just messaged Derek Harris. I said, "Are you the pavement pirate?" Should I get back into messaging strangers? It used to be my favorite thing to do. That's what I was telling the story. I'd scroll through someone's Facebook profile pictures with "You're beautiful," James Blunt, and I wouldn't do it to people that I knew really well. I did it to people that I talked to in passing, but they didn't like really know me, and then I just send them the video. I think one girl like straight up blocked my phone number.
Yeah.
And I was laughing, Jake, because now I'm on Twitter. We have this radio show, and if I do something, I have like kind of an audience I'm doing it for.
Right.
This was just me sitting in my kitchen,
Yeah.
making these videos, texting it to someone, and then just laughing hysterically to myself. Didn't do it. Did it for just to make myself laugh.
Bingo.
And then someone responded and said, "Yo, can you send this to make one for my friend and send it to her?" So I did. I have the video saved. It says stranger because I have no idea who this girl is. And so imagine getting that text from a random number, a "You're Beautiful" video of all your pictures.
Man. Every day, man.
Yeah, I really creeped some people out.
Oh, I love it. It happens to me regularly.
You get those videos?
Yeah. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's like, I know. Let me live my day.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you. Good for you. Got anything else about anything? Anything else about anything, Jake?
Anything else about anything?
Do you have to pee right now?
No.
Oh.
Peed right before we came on.
I know. I thought I saw you shaking your leg a little bit. I was like, I think Jake has to pee.
Can't see my legs.
Yeah, I felt it shaking.
Okay. A lot of lies.
A lot of lies around this dinner table tonight. I'm really interested to get my message back from Derek Harris. Every time we do a story about some small part, like should I have messaged that crazy guy from yesterday that wore the headdress?
No, we got info about them. Tell the people about that.
Oh my God, the guy who wore the headdress. Turns out the reason he's against drivers. This is from yesterday's show. If you don't listen, the reason he's against driver's license is it's the whole like don't put a number on me, man. Don't categorize me in the system. So I'm not a number. I'm a human. Blah blah. So that's the reason he's against driver's license. So for 8 years, he's been protesting getting a driver's license. When they finally make him do it, he has to protest it somehow. These are the dots I can't connect. So he dresses like a Native American.
Right.
But his whole point is that this used to be a Christian company, or this used to be a Christian country, and now the Christians aren't getting treated equally because we're catering to all the other religions so much. That's his main argument. How does dressing as a Native American, who would be the response to him, like actually this was a Native American country and the Christians killed all of them? So like, how does that play in? Like that would be my response to him. Actually, what you're saying is happening to the Christians is what the Christians did to the Native Americans. So how's him dressing like a Native American? I don't know. The guy's a nut job, but he drives around town. Someone DM'd us that lives in the town and was his substitute teacher, had him as a substitute teacher. Drives around town with a giant horn on his car playing elevator music out of speakers loudly.
There's 2 takeaways you need to know. That person is nuts, and he also does the coolest thing I've ever heard, which is drive around town in his truck just blaring elevator music. He's got no agenda. It's not he's yelling politics or he's yelling about the local sports team or he's yelling about discrimination. Just some elevator music for all y'all while he's passing by.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. The other day, Katie and I were listening to like smooth jazz on our drive. Katie likes jazz music. And we're driving nice and calm on the highway, listening to jazz. And these fucking 3 cars just like sped by us. Could probably go in $1.10 each.
Yes.
Like racing each other. I was just laughing like if it was a movie scene and we were like in our car. And it was like me and Katie got in silence, listening to jazz, and then go to their cars. Like, people have different lives, you know?
People have different lives. You've had different lives than people. You've had different lives than yourself currently.
Yeah.
You've been in that car going 110.
You ever do that? There's a name for it. Actually, your mother sent me this one time on Facebook where like the Germans have names for things that we don't, or there's like these specific names for feelings that other countries don't have. Anyway, your mom sent me the list. I'm gonna try and find it. But there's a name for the feeling you get when you like look around and just realize, or you look at the headlights on the highway, like Elton John. Count the headlights on the highway, and just realize like, whoa, there's so many people out there like living different lives all on this road at the same time. Like every car is full of different stories and different paths. Do you ever have that? There's a name for it. So it's common enough that someone named it.
Life.
You just call that life?
I call that life.
I found the list of names. Okay, we have 5 minutes. I'm going to give you some names, okay? Some words. Okay. This is sent to me on Facebook from your mom on in 2007. Sonder. Sonder. Oh, these are emotions people feel but can't explain. Sonder is the feeling. It's the realization that each passerby has a life as vivid and complex as your own. That's to Sonder. That's what I was just saying right there.
Okay.
Okay. Opia. Let's see if you've ever had this feeling. Opia, the ambiguous intensity of looking someone in the eye, which can feel simultaneously invasive and vulnerable. Catch eyes too long and you're like, well, this is, oh shit, do we know each other really well? Oh shit, no, we don't.
Yeah.
Everyone's had that. Rubetosis. Ooh, I've never really had this one, except when I'm high. Rubetosis, the unsettling awareness of your own heartbeat. You ever get that?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay. Oh, this one just should be called showering. It's called Jouska. 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 A hypothetical conversation that you compulsively play out in your head.
Oh, yeah.
That's just called showering, right?
I mean, you and I do it multiple times a day when we talk about work stuff.
Yeah. I think those are very important.
Yeah.
You got to be able to answer multiple questions that come
like
your way.
Self-awareness.
Yeah. Oh, I have this so much. And this is the last one, then we'll do better day. Ellipsism. Ellipsism. A sadness that you'll never be able to know how history will turn out. I get that.
How history will turn out?
Like you just don't know how, like, in 100 years.
Isn't the definition of history what already happened?
Yeah, so it's like, I'll never know what goes on in the year 2200. I'll just never know.
Okay, so future history.
Yeah. I just got sad thinking about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
It was crazy, right? Wow. All right, there's a lot of other those. Maybe I'll leave that up for another time killer sometime.
Sure.
Better the day, better the day, better the day.
Better the day. Jakey made a big mistakey by betting the Pacers to cover the 6-point spread. They ended up losing by 8 to the Oklahoma Thunder. Will he turn it around? The flying salami. What do you got today?
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed out, Jim. They had a shot at the buzzer. Wesley Matthews took a 3 that would have covered it, and he bricked it.
Hey, Wesley Matthews, why don't you go kick rocks?
I think he's the first person, which is actually shocking, Jim. I think Wesley Matthews is the first person that we can fully put on like a betting shit list.
Yeah, we haven't had many like come down to buzzer.
Like that's actually insane.
Yeah. Maybe that means you're just so good at betting.
Or I guess some of the close ones, you and I have been on the different side of the coin. So something that was bad for me was good for you. Anyways, easy money. The easiest of money.
Are you going? Let me ask you this. You now have baseball on your list.
Right.
But you also have March Madness.
Right. And if you listen to me talk before, you'd already know what the free money is.
Ah, shit, I forget what you said.
It's Florida State. Gonzaga's favored by 7.5, Jim, which is way too much.
You think so?
If this was 4 points, I would still be on Florida State. If it was 2, I think it'd be too close to call. But it's 7.5. I mean, I just think I think Florida State's going to win this game. But B, I think it's going to be a close game.
You're not good at betting the dog.
Betting the dog. Betting the dog.
You're 8-10 when you bet the underdog. Which isn't horrible. It's not damning, but your record's much better when you do that. But for the sake of time and for the fact I'm running out of energy and breath in a way, well, Jimmy.
But he's smart. Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
It's opening day. No bad vibes. We're a team.
Thank you.
Let's go Florida State.
Let's go Seminoles.
Indians. Native Americans.
West Virginia guy. Full circle.
Full circle. Life's a circle. Everyone at one point in their life has drawn a circle. Agree?
No.
Anyone that's lived past the age of 14, anyone that's lived past the age of 8 has drawn a circle. Agree?
No arms, no legs.
Anyone with
Stop. End it. Done.
I gotta find this Linkin Park song. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Ooh. Let me get Paramore back on this fucking thing. See you guys.